The sun's barely gone, engine scream. Monday night don't mean no dream. Dirt track prepped, clay packed tight. This town's awake for a full throttle fight. Steel and rubber, row on row. Different rides, but one thing's known. When the green flag starts to wave, only the fearless get brave. Tracks keep changing, setups too. New lines, new battles, nothing new. It's Monday Night Mayhem. Hear the thunder roar. Brought to you by Knuckleheadz Racing. Always wanting more. Cars are ready, drivers insane. Fearless under lights, born for the strain. Different cars, different tracks, same demand. Can these guys handle the changes? Hell yes they can. Hell yes they can. 1 week slick, next week rough. Short track tight, then a mile of dust. Late models, mods, sprints and flight. Every lap's a test on a Monday night. No comfort zone, no easy way. Adapt to get left in the clay. Grip disappears, lines fall apart. That's where you separate the men from the heart. It's a Monday Night Mayhem. No holding back. Knuckleheadz Racing, putting skill to the track. Under the lights, every move is loud. Fearless drivers, knuckleheads proud. Different cars, different tracks, same demand. Can these guys handle the changes? Hell yes they can. Broadcast live, calling every slide. Is Bob the man from down under, right by our side. Every pass, every bump, every stand, bringing the action coast to coast, lap by lap. When the groove fades and the cushion's gone, Knuckleheadz drivers just digging strong. It's a Monday Night Mayhem. Last lap stand. Engines wide open. Dirt on demand. Brought by Knuckleheadz, built for the test. Different rides, different tracks, still the best. Can they handle the changes? The chaos, the flame. Hell yes they can. Knuckleheadz reign. Knuckleheadz reign. Lights go dark, dust settles again, but next Monday night, mayhem wins. The sun's barely gone, engine scream. Monday night don't mean no dream. Dirt track prepped, clay packed tight. This town's awake for a full throttle fight. Steel and rubber, row on row. Different rides, but one thing's known. When the green flag starts to wave, only the fearless get brave. Tracks keep changing, setups too. New lines, new battles.
Alright, BobbethTV is live and we don't have any game capture. What the heck? Oh, there it is. That was weird. I don't know what was going on there. BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. It's Sunday night in the US and Monday morning Australian. Another episode of Motor Mule TV coming your way as we watch the 883 crash into the wall during practice. Let's get down to the track and get some racing details going. We're here for the KP Plumbing Services Sunday night showdown. It just says KP Plumbing Sunday night showdown, Bob. Where's the services? There it is. We got the Dirt UMP Modifieds. We're in Knoxville, USA, home of the Knoxville Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Just there in the background for the Dirt UMP Modifieds round We were here last week for the Dirt Street Stocks. And we're back again for the Dirt UMP Modifieds twin 30 lap features here tonight. So 20 points up for grabs maximum. If you can take out both features. Have some heat racing. And that'll qualify us for our first B main, our first of 2 features. And then however they finish in that one, that's how they'll qualify for the A main. And our final feature for tonight. Travis McDonald's here with QuickTime, Kent McLean, Bud Molyneux, Jim Ravis, Brett Vanderwood, Chris Standridge, Brian Angel, Kelly McKellen, Mike Davis, and Mike Butler. Also got Mikey Mixter, Wayne Bridges, Bryce Freeze, Jonathan at Foxworth, Chris Prada, Tim L. Brown, and of course, she's not in the chat, she's on the track, Tina Davis. How's the audio going? I tried to apply some filters that I run on different software for my game streaming, and I'm hoping that that might actually help a little bit. Tell me if the race broadcast, if the race volume needs to come up a little bit. Hey, that I can see a hair, my peripheral, but I can't find it. Yeah, it's because it's on the boom mic, Bob. That's why. It's not on your face. Sorry, the audio's a bit loud. Now I've just taken the foam off the microphone to clean it. There we go. See how that goes. No, it's back again. Just going to look close to my eyelash, maybe. Don't know, Bob, don't know. All right. What do we got there? Brian Angel has a like broadcast. Thank you, sir. Good luck out there. Currently running. A 1 minute 10.997. That is a slow lap, Brian. Official Yoda Outlaws. Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Good luck. What have we got? We've got Brent out there. We've got Chris. We've got Brian. We've got Butts. So we've got all 4 of them today. Full complement of Yoda Outlaws. There's Travis McDonald on our screens. Let's go over the point situation actually while we're talking about it. Points for the Sunday night showdown. Last week's winner, Ken McLean, took both features, and he is currently our 5-point race championship leader. Over Travis McDonald on 95 points. He's 11 points in front of Jim Ravis, who's on 89 points behind Jim. In 4th is Jonathan at Foxworth, is 61, and just 1 point behind him in the top 5 is that man himself, Brian Angel, with 60 points. Now, in saying that, 6th and 7th, Kelly McKellen and Dawson Potter are equal 6th and 7th with 59 points. 56 points for Josh Roberts. Chris Prada's got 54 points, 53 for Mike Davis, and that's just the top 10. So from, say, 5 to 10, that is very close. Wayne Bridges is only a point or 2 out. Same with Mikey Mixter. So a lot of those guys who have been finishing a bit further up the field as we wrap up practice, your Wayne Bridges and stuff like that, starting to pick up some points and making their way up into that top 10 run. We wish them the best of luck as looks like qualifying about to start. Jim Ravis, Mike Davis out there on the track. Then McLean 19.183, 19.659 and 23.0. They're the times. 19.699 as well, looks like. As we start to get a few of those times coming in, the boys completing that first lap. 19.183 is the time to beat. The closest time to it, though, 19.641. That's almost 0.5 of a second, almost half a second slower. Shut the fuck behind. That hair, that's just, I can see it in my peripheral vision. Do you think I can find it? No. Where's my overlays gone? Oh, they're there. All right, 15 qualifiers so far out of the 17 registered. 16 make that. Ken McLean is still our quick time with a 19.183. Mikey Mixter got the closest so far with a 19.386. Three-main bandit Jonathan Foxworth 19.412. Travis McDonald and Brian Angel with fourth and fifth quickest times. Jim Ravis just outside the top five there. Brent Vanderwood sliding his way into the top three. They were the 19.404. Chris Standridge also Brent Vanderwood's teammate liking the stream. Good luck, sir. Thank you. Watch out for the official loader link there. It leads to Brian's OnlyFans page. I was fortunate enough to get access to the preview of the Brian Angel OnlyFans, and oh my gosh, yeah, Yoda indeed. There's the handsome Brent Vanderwood on our screens right there. He is the quickest tonight of the Yoda Outlaws. Boys, the Yoda guys, you guys need to start sending me some money or a hat or some stickers or something. That comment, some things you can't unsee. It cracked me up. I just read it as I was talking and it was just, yeah. Chris loves popping me live on stream, though. It's one of his favourite things to do. Yeah, you guys get a pretty good rap on this broadcast, so if you guys could send me a hat or something, that'd be great. Bryce Freeze with the share. Thank you, Bryce. Looks like Brent might have an extra lap. Oh, no, he's done 19.404, 19.738, so that's 2 laps. The qualifying should be just about done. It's only got 20 seconds anyway. All 17 drivers have qualified. It's going to be 3 heats before we get to our 2:30 lap main events here at Knoxville Raceway. It's going to be interesting. Those that flew with the low line are going to have to be on their best behaviour. Can get a bit naughty down there with that. It looks pretty safe from up here. Like everything looks fine, but you'll notice that there's that slight burn on the infield. All right. Should we get the grid up pretty quickly? There we go. Buttons there, Bob. All right, Ken McLean and Jonathan Foxworth. That's the front row. Jim Revis and Tim L. Brown are the second row. Third row is going to be Mike Davis and Bryce Freeze. This is Heat 1. This one is for pole position start in the first of 2 feature races in our B main. And of course, a feature start in that sets you up for a potential victory, and that sets you up for a feature start. So it all flows through. Kenneth. Thank you for the like, sir. And out there on pole position start. We're about to get ready to get going. One more time around the track. Once we go up around that turns 3 and 4, pace car will leave the track. The boys will get this fired up and going. Never played off to a good start. Jonathan Foxworth, the B-Main Bandit, and Jim Revis, they are side by side, door to door for a bit there, but looks like with Jonathan having the high line, he was able to keep it up to speed and get that momentum roll happening. Behind them, Mike Davis, Tim L. Brown, Bryce Freeze rounds out our 6-car Heat 1 field. Team Yoda Racing in the chat, good luck, guys. It's only a heat without a Yoda Outlaws driver, so heats 2 and 3 are going to be stacked. We're going to get 2 and 2 apiece, or 3 and 1, 4 and 0. We'll have to wait and see. Jim Revis, part of Dirt Warrior Racing, another team we've come to love on this channel. Mad Dog Davis back there behind him. He's leading that back half of the 6-car field. 3 and 3 to go. Welcome to the broadcast, Thomas. Thanks for the like, sir. Hope your weekend has been awesome. B-Main Bandit closing the distance on Jonathan, on Kent McLean. B-Main Bandit is Jonathan Foxworth, but I don't think he's going to have enough to steal it. No offence to Jonathan's driving, but Kent is an accomplished driver, and if he's not down low, he's not too concerned. Oh, contact! Too concerned. White flag lap down the backstretch for the last time in Heat 1. Into 3 and 4 we go. As we get the first of 5 checkered flags here tonight, it's going to be Bryce Freeze in 6th in Heat 1, Tim L. Brown 5th, Mike Davis 4th, Jim Revis finished 3rd, Jonathan Foxworth 2nd, but Kent McLean was our Heat 1 winner. That'll score him at pole position in our first of 2 main events here tonight. The B main coming up, 30 laps apiece. As we await the grid, there we go. All right, Mikey Mixter, Travis McDonald, that is the front row. Mikey Mixter will have the start behind them. It will be Mike Butler and Bud Molyneux on that second row. Third row is going to be Wayne Bridges and Tina Davis. So there's our answer, just the one Yoda Outlaw driver in Heat 2. Heat 3 is going to be Yoda stacked. 3 of the 7 cars, no, 3 of the 5 cars, sorry, will be Yoda Outlaws drivers. Will be Brent Vanderwood, Brian Angel and Chris Stanridge. So Dawson Potter and Chris Potter. Was Dawson here tonight, actually? Well, we know what Chris Potter's doing while we ride through in Heat 2. He's spotting the hotties in the crowd. I'm going to call him out. Nah. If you know, you know. All right, Heat 2. Our second of 3 heat races. Same deal as before, 6 laps. This one is Mikey mixed at the 14 on the leaderboard, the 0 on your screens. The 88 alongside him, or just a bit back behind him off that off that start. Good start by Mikey Mixter. Travis might be okay though, might be able to get it up to speed as Bud Molyneux races up on them as well. Back half is Mike Butler, Wayne Bridges, Tina Davis, the 4th, 5th and 6th cars. So Bud's kind of trying to generate that outside run on Mikey Mixter. Mikey's going to elect to stay down low. Travis McDonald, Travis, Jim and Kent have all been in separate heats tonight. They're the three main top 3 competitors for this championship as well. They're managing to keep them apart until the consi at least. Mikey Mixter falling back to 4th place as Yoda Outlaws Mike Butler. Bud gets past him, moves himself up into 3rd. Bud Molyneux in 2nd there. Our race leader still Travis McDonald, Wayne Bridges, Tina Davis currently 5th and 6th. Just 1.5 laps to go. Travis got about 3/10 of a second, almost 4/10 of a second lead over Bud Molyneux, but trying to fend off Mike Butler. No, Mike Butler, sorry, trying to fend off Mikey Mixter there. Bud Molyneux a little bit further ahead of those guys by almost a second. Sorry, my glasses. Side by side, there's 0-0, there's 0. Mikey Mixter's going to get the run to the finish line though. As we get the checkered flag, Tina Davis 6th, Wayne Bridges 5th, Mike Butler 4th, Mikey Mixter 3rd, Bud Molyneux 2nd. But our second heat victor of the night, Travis McDonald. Oh, excuse me, Travis McDonald. All right, here we go. And like I said, stacked. Yoda Outlaws have got more than 50% of the cars in this race. It was Kelly McKellen and Chris Protter. All right, we have got Brian Angel and Brett Vanderwood on that front row. Chris Standridge trying to become one with Brian Angel there. He's alongside Kelly McKellen on the 2nd row. Chris Protter is on that 3rd and final row. This is our last heat race for the day. We've got 2 races to come tomorrow night, 1 more the night after that. I do say night. Obviously, if you are Australian watching me, it is, a little after 12. It's 12:30 now in the afternoon. So Sunday night at US, Monday morning Australian. Obviously, this broadcast, the double header is Monday US, Tuesday morning Australian. And then the final race, the Outlaws Late Model Series on Tuesday night US, Wednesday morning Australian. But if you are a Twitch viewer, or if you do have access to Twitch and you go to twitch.tv/BobbethTV, you can click on the schedule link, and it does tell you all the different times that I am live, including the non-iRacing stuff. So feel free to check that out as well. All right, into 3 and 4 we go. Pace car's going to leave the track. This last heat race is going to be fought. I'm going to go out on the limb and say a Yoda Outlaws driver is going to finish in the top 3. Possibly even the victor. Let's see which one of them it is. 3 of them up for grabs. Oh, looks like the 21, Kelly McKellen. Just a little blink there on start. Hope it's not too much of an issue. Temporary internet glitch. Let us know if you think the stream seems smoother as well. I've after some advice from my internet provider, realised that if I updated some of the cables and things on my modem and moved my modem, I was able to get 10 times quicker internet. So yeah, the internet's a lot faster for me now, both uploads and downloads. So hopefully that helps the broadcast, the stream, especially going out to YouTube, Twitch and Facebook all at the same time. Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood, Kelly McKellen, Chris Andrews, Chris Perotta is our 5-car field for this Heat 3 battle. This is the KP Plumbing Services Sunday night showdown. Same track every 2 weeks. We start off the racing weekend at the track with the dirt street stocks. Finish up the following week with these cars, the dirt UMP modifieds. This is our Knoxville fortnight. Knoxville, of course, known for sprint cars for the Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. As we come down 2 to go, the start finish line into 1 and 2. If you look in the top part of the screen now, that is the oh no, camera check. There it is, the Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum back there in the background. Pretty cool how accurate some of these scans are and the locations. Last lap, Brian Angel, Brett Vanderwood, Kelly McKellen, Chris Standridge, Chris Perotta. That's the 5-car field still. Brian Angel is going to be the Yoda Outlaws driver that picks up the 3rd victory, Heat 3. Teammate Brett Vanderwood 2nd though. Still 2 features, 30 laps apiece to go. So a lot of racing still to come as Chris Perotta finishes in 5th, Chris Standridge 4th. Kelly McKellen 3rd, Brett Vanderwood 2nd, and Brian Angel, of course, our Heat 3 victor. All right, that's going to set up our B-main 30-lap double feature, double header here tonight. Let's get the grid up on our screens. It's not quite ready. There it is. All right, Brent Vanderwood and Bud. Oh, is that invert? Invert the top 6. It is. That's going to make things interesting. Brett Vanderwood, by picking up the Beamer, the Heat 3 victory, will score himself. Sorry, no. That was Brian Angel. Brett Vanderwood and Bud Molyneux are on that front row. Let's just get the fucking order up. Jonathan Foxworth and Brian Angel, secondary. Travis McDonald and Ken McLean, rivals on the 3rd row. 4th row is going to be Jim Revis and Mikey Mixter, Kelly McKellen, and Mike Davis on that. What's happened to my thing? Jim Revis, Mike Mixter, 4th row. Kelly McKellen and Mike Davis, 5th row. Mike Butler and Chris Standridge on that 6th row. 7th row is going to be Tim Brown, Wayne Bridges. 8th row, Chris Potter and Bryce Freeze. And Tina Davis on that, what is that, 9th and final row. We'll get there eventually, Bob. So I went to a live gig last night, first live gig in a long time, and went and saw The Darkness live. And they had an opening band, Rage Flower. Awesome band. I'm surprised I have a voice this morning. I didn't last night at the end of the gig. And I had a hard time sleeping last night. But here we are. We're here. We're live. We're good. We're going. But, oh man, live music is such a thrill. I love it. But if you do have me on Facebook, my normal page, then I did put some photos up in an album and some videos. Check it out if you're interested. It was very cool. Some cool covers, some great songs. Why does, I don't know, just the 29 look damaged, but no, they all look the same. I thought he had his like card ripped off and the camber was all wrong. But nope. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 30 laps, our first of 2 30-lap runs here at Knoxville Raceway. It's the KP Plumbing Services UMP Dirt Modified Sunday Night Showdown. Thank you, Knuckleheadz iRacing League. Pretty tight, top 5, top 6. Brett Bedwood, Bud Molyneux, Jonathan Foxworth, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, Mikey Mixter. Looks like Mike Davis, Chris Standridge might be just back there as well. A little bit of contact. Chris, he had to fall out of that battle. Jim Revis is there. Kelly McKellen, Wayne Bridges, Mike Butler, Bryce Freeze, Ken McLean, Chris Broder, Tim L. Brown, and Tina Davis. 17 cars, 27 laps still to go in this round. This feature race, the B-main. Still another one to go. Spit it out soon, Bob. Oh, caution has come out. Bud Molyneux's jumped to the pits. So there might have been some stuff prior that he was involved, that he got caught up in. Let's have a look. So Mike Davis, the 99, I believe, might have come unstuck somehow. There we go. Yeah, caught up with Mikey Mixter, turned around. Mikey goes flying. I'd say Bud possibly crashed into one of those two. There he is there, the 83 or the 7 got into the rear rim. Oh, there we go. It's a separate incident off of the race leaders. We get ourselves set back up. Oh, there he is. Chad Football in the chat. Good luck to all Miss being out there. Dirt Warrior Racing being represented by Jim Revis in the top of 5. Being represented in the chat by Chad, my friend. Good luck. Good luck. I saw your post about the other signs, and I really wish there was more I could personally do to help support you. Because while I didn't know you via this little platform, I feel like I'm a good judge of character, and given the role you're trying to undertake and achieve, dude, I'd be proud. I'd be proud to have someone like you looking after me, type of thing. Don't know if you want me to sort of say too much about it, or so I'll be slightly vague. But yeah, no, good luck with all of that, my man. Good luck. I wish I could, give you more support than just actually hoping you do well. All right, off we go. The B-Main Bandit, Jonathan Foxworth, our race started. Travis McDonald had the high line, so the relative was sort of favouring him there, but once he gets up to speed, it should be good for him if the low line is quick at the moment. Brian Angel and Brent Vanderwood, teammates, back there in 3rd and 4th. A little bit of contact there sends Brent Vanderwood back to Chris Standridge, who's in 5th place. But this is the back half of the field. Third of the way through our B main. Still 30 more laps to go once this 30-lap battle is concluded. No rest for the wicked. Molyneux 2 laps down after that unfortunate run into the pits that he had to take earlier. That's 92 Wayne Bridges. He's got the Doug's tyre logo on his car. Actually, Doug, if you are watching, is that an actual thing? Do you actually run a tyre company, or was Chris's ad? So if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BobbethTV, there are some commercials uploaded. One for Doug's Tyres, sort of a joke ad about infield tyres on tracks, but Doug's tyres are filled with concrete and special tyres, etc., etc. But now I'm starting to wonder if that's just a piss take on his actual business, maybe, because that's a Doug tyre ad on the back of the 92 machine. Halfway in, 15 laps done, 15 still to come. As our B-main Bandit is about 8/10 of a race lead over second place. Brian Angel, Travis McDonald third, Chris Dandridge fourth, Kent McLean is currently fifth. Jim Revis third in points, just outside that top five, just behind Kent McLean in sixth. Standridge looks like Kent McLean's going to get by him down low. He's going to fall back to fifth. So Chris will take the battle, the defence to Jim Revis now as Kent looks to take on his main rival Travis McDonald up there in third. Oh, there has been an accident though. Looks like Chris Standridge, unfortunately, the victim there is the champion White 22. Just up into the wall a little bit. That killed a little bit of his momentum as it looked like the 57 Jim Revis was going to try and get up past him, but just a little bit of right rear Jim Revis, front left Chris Standridge contact, and not spinning out, but just coming to a stop there. All right, we'll reset it back up to the lead, and I'll be back in just one moment, folks. Just 10 laps to go on restart. All right, I am so sorry about that one, guys. Just had to deal with something there. We are back racing. Brian Angel currently our race leader, but Jonathan Foxworth has been working that low line the entirety of the B main, from what we can see. So he feels like it is still good there. Ken McLean's behind Brian Angel. I wonder if that will give Brian the push and the momentum run to get by Jonathan. It is so unusual to see Kent battling the high line and not the low line, which sort of tells me that it might not be there anymore, because he is a pretty good judge. But Kent is not letting it go. I feel like Brian has got him though. We've got about 4 laps remaining. Oh, excuse me. Piggy Bob, as Jonathan Foxworth flirts with that infield lift on the turn there. It's a bit low. He's keeping that speed up. He's staying with the challenge. It is going to be a 3-wide battle almost for that run to the finish line. Oh, this is going to be a finish. We're going to stay up here with the leaders. Oh, no! Brian Angel, Kent McLean get into each other. Jonathan Foxworth will take the race lead. Jim Revis is going to move up into second. Travis McDonald third. Mike Butler fourth. Bryce Freeze fifth as the yellow flag comes out. I wonder how many of those positions will reset. But the B main Bandit, that's the problem when it's a three-car battle. More often than not, two of them will come unstuck, and the third will, not necessarily third place, but the third car involved will benefit greatly. And Jonathan Foxworth, the B main Bandit, swiper, no swiping, is going to steal this one, I think. Jim Revis, though, he's no slouch. He has proven he can get a win in the UMPs. And he'll be right there behind him. I'd wager single file restart, though. So I knew the finish was going to be exciting, but I didn't think it was just going to be the build to it. All right, it will be single file as we extend this one out to 33 laps, I reckon. Green, white, checkered. Finish, green flag, a lap to get up to speed, white flag, lap to get the victory. Ken McLean, Jonathan Foxworth, Jim Revis, Travis McDonald, Mike Butler, Bryce Freeze, Kellen McKellen, Mikey Mixter, Wayne Bridges, Brett Vanderwood, Chris Perrotta, Tim L. Brown, Mike Davis, Brian Angel, Bud Molyneux, Chris Stenridge, and Tina Davis is our lineups of Ken McLean. Oh no, it's not Ken McLean, it's Jonathan Foxworth, sorry. Jim Revis, Travis McDonald, Mike Butler. Ken McLean is all the way at the rear there. Not sure why it's got him scored as the leader. Stephen in the chat, Twitch. Bobbeth, how's it going? Good, brother. Welcome in. We're just wrapping up our first of 2:30 lap main event runs here in this iRacing simulator for Knuckleheadz iRacing Leagues. KP Plumbing Services, UMP Modifieds here for the Sunday night showdown as Jonathan Foxworth takes the white flag lap into 1 and 2 for the last time down that back stretch. There we have it. All right, quickly go through the finishing order because it won't come up on the feature thingy. Tina Davis in 17th, Chris Stenridge 16th, Bud Molyneux 15th, Brian Angel 14th, Mike Davis 30th, Ken McLean 12th, Tim L. Brown 11th, 10th, Brett Vanderwood, Chris Potter 9th, Wayne Bridges 8th, Mikey Mixter 7th, Kellen McKellen 6th, Bryce Freeze in 5th, Mike Butler 4th, Travis McDonald 3rd, Jim Revis 2nd, but the B main Bandit Jonathan Foxworth got the Consi victory, the B main victory. That's going to give him the feature start as we get ready to discuss our grid for our A main battle, the final race of the evening. AZIEDG in the chat as well. You winning, son? Not like Charlie Sheen, but yeah, always winning, brother. Always. Thanks for tuning in. All right, front row for our final 30-lap battle for the night will be Jonathan Foxworth and Jim Revis on that front row, Travis McDonald and Mike Butler on that second row. Third row will be Bryce Freeze and Kelly McKellen. Mikey Mixter and Wayne Bridges on that fourth row. Fifth row will be Chris Perrotta and Brett Vanderwood. Sixth row will be Tim L. Brown and Kent McLean. Let's get it scroll down. Mike Davis and Brian Angel will be on that seventh row. Bud Molyneux and Chris Stenridge on that eighth row, and Tina Davis, when we find her name, there it is on that ninth and final row. All right, let's get this 30-lap feature done. Off we go and racing. Jonathan Foxworth, Travis McDonald, Jim Ravis, Bryce Reese, Mike Butler's the 5, 6 to 10, Kelly McKellen, Mikey Mr. Chris Pryor, Wayne Bridges, Brett Bandwood, 11 to 17. Ken McLean, Tim Brown, Bud Molyneux, Brian Angel, Mike Davis, Chris Standridge, and Tina Davis. So Tim Brown might have crashed, but got that car to the pits just in time. Another car stuck up in the wall. Can't quite tell who that was. I think it was Brian Angel. Yeah, it was. 7 of Brian Angel falling all the way back to 15th. This race battles on the 92 of Wayne Bridges alongside the 8 of Brett Vanderwood there. That's 8th and 9th, battling it out. Kent McLean's made his way up to the 7th spot. Jim Revis 6th. Chris Pryor inside that top 5 with Mikey Mixer. The top 3, Mike Butler, Travis McDonald, our race leader at the moment. Jonathan Foxworth. Oh, we saw this battle earlier tonight, the 0 and the 00. Mike Butler and Mikey Mixer, the Mikes. Caution has come out. Looks like Bud Molyneux. Let's have a look. There he is up there, the Venom Racing 883 machine on the high line. A little bit of contact there up into the wall and just gets stuck. Caution coming out. Just waiting for the pace car to catch up. Boys will line up, get this one double wide. We'll get it restarted. Lap 5, sorry, lap 6 of 30, I believe. All right, Jonathan Foxworth, Travis McDonald, front row, Mikey Mixed, Mike Butler, second row, third row, Chris Pryor and Jim Ravis, Kent McLean and Wayne Bridges on the 4th row, Brett Vanderwood and Kelly McKellen, 5th row, Chris Standridge and Mike Davis will be on the 6th row with Bryce Fries and Bud Molyneux, 7th row. 8th row is going to be Tina Davis and Brian Angel and Tim Brown on that 9th and final row as we get this one back underway in just a moment. Pace car has left the track. The boys are going to roll through 3 and 4. We'll get this one started at the start-finish line. That right line, good one to take at start because everyone just building that speed equally, and if you can get the start, obviously you're going to have that little bit more momentum build, and that has worked out perfectly for Jonathan Foxworth. Not sure who that was, but Mike Butler needs to give someone thanks. He just copped a tap in the rear that was looked like it was actually beneficial and blasted him. Either kept it 3rd spot because of it or put him into 3rd because of it. But either way, he looked like it was more of a favour. Oh, efficient mathematician advertising the viewers thingy. Let's get that sorted. Good old stream boo. Well, another caution out. Kelly McKellen, Brett Vanderwood, this one looks like. So have a look. There's the 21 on the high line. Brett Vanderwood, the 8 down low. Slides up in front of Kelly McKellen. They get into contact. Chris Standridge caught up in it as well, but looks like he was able to keep the car facing the right direction. Our second yellow flag for the A-main that comes out. All right, single file currently at the moment. If they'll go, it's only 2 yellows in 12th a lap, so you got to imagine they will go double wide restart once we get past the start finish line. Travis just getting ready to line up there. They'll start to take their positions. Kelly McKellen and Jonathan Foxworth. No, that's weird. Jonathan Foxworth, Travis McDonald front row, Mike Butler Jim Revis second row, third row is Mike Mixer and Chris Perrotta, fourth row is Kent McLean and Wayne Bridges, fifth row Mike Davis, Chris Standridge, sixth, Brian Angel and Bud Molyneux, seventh row is Tina Davis and Brett Vanderwood, eighth row Bryce Freeze and Timmy L. Brown. Kelly McKellen will be back there on the final row as well. Jonathan has been glued to that low line pretty much all night. It hasn't really, it hasn't worked out 100% of the time. We'll caution out straight away, but it has really benefited him. Just start the front and wait for the run through. Right, still single file. This time it might actually be a single file restart. We have had a couple of cautions back to back. We're up to 3 now. So, but could go double wide. We'll have to wait and see. Dawson, Potter, you should be out there racing, Dawson. Where were you? But no. Thanks for the live, brother. Thank you. Appreciate it. Looks like it is going to be single file restart. That order on the leaderboard is all wrong. Jonathan Foxworth, Travis McDonald Jr., Revis, Mike Butler, Mikey Mixer the 5, Ken McLean, Chris Perotta, Wayne Bridges, Chris Sandridge, Brian Angel the 6 to 10. 11 to 16 is Mike Davis, Tina Davis, Kelly McKellen, Bryce Freeze, Tim L. Brown, Brent Vanderwood. Bud Molyneux, unfortunately, looks like he has retired. The 883 has parked it. So we wish him the best of luck for everything else he's got going on for his racing week. But tonight is done as we race our way up towards the halfway mark. Cautions come out. Travis McDonald looks like he got the race lead from Jonathan Foxworth, but was it quick enough before the caution? Have to wait and see. Lined back up. Looks like Travis McDonald is going to be our new race leader, our new race starter. Brett Vanderwood, Wayne Bridges and Kelly McKellen all in the pits at the moment. So we might just scroll back through the telemetry. Have a look, see if we can spot anything. Here's the 92 Wayne Bridges. Oh, hits the wall hard. The 22 got past him. I think Mikey Mixter. Jeez. I think Mikey Mixter got caught up in it, but there's Mikey Mixter just at the bottom of our screen getting caught up at the bottom. There are a number of other cars getting caught up, but not officially being flagged as part of the crash. Off we go, lap 14 of 30. It looks like the 21 Kelly McKellen rolling out of the pits. Wayne Bridge is still in there, but 15 cars now on track. Travis got our race leader. We'll get back to that thought. Jonathan Foxworth in second there. Jim Revis has just fallen back to fourth as Butts. Mike Butler moves up into third, but Kent McLean is also part of that top 5 battle. Set our cameras loose. It's Jim 57 in third place. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Not my train of thought, but my train of sentence. I wasn't sure where I was going with it. Oh, I'm at Red Bull. Damn it. Sugar stilled in this is from the fridge. She hasn't already drunk it. She's not watching, you heard that. Half. Oh, Butts. And I think Chris Perotta. Well, it might have been Chris Sandridge actually, because he is falling down the field as well. It looked more like his car. Big crash there. Brings out, what is it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth yellow flag as Chris gets that car towed to the pits. Let's have a look and see what happened there. There's Butts and Chris Sandridge, teammates, mind you. They both drive for Yoda Outlaws. These two door to door, Butts up into the wall, into Chris. They turn, and it looks like 27 unable to avoid that contact as well. Here comes Brett Vanderwood, the other teammate. George McDonald in the chat. Great timing, as always. Travis moves himself into our race leader. I think a restart or two ago. How are you, sir? Hope you are well. Just under half of this race to go in the A main. Jonathan Foxworth picked up the B main victory. Right now, though, that man there, the 88, Travis McDonald, he is our points leader. I believe, actually. Is he a points leader? Is it Ken? That's Kent by 5 points, sorry, coming into tonight. So Travis McDonald can steal it. Potentially here. Kent is in fourth though, so that may close the gap enough for those points. Make it challenging. Have to wait and see. Especially if Kent can keep that run going. He's just got past Jonathan Foxworth as Jonathan falls back to fourth. Kent moves up into third. It is a top 3 points battle here. Top 3 in points coming into tonight's race. Kent McLean at first, Travis McDonald second, Jim Ravis third. Currently they are Travis McDonald first, Jim Ravis second, Kent McLean third. Travis is still on leader cam. Of 30, just 8 more laps remain. Right, Jim was able to hold off on that Kent McLean challenge. Oh, a little bit of contact back there behind them though. It looks like Jonathan Foxworth and Brian Angel. Jonathan will fall back to fifth there after that exchange. Brian moves up into fourth. Mikey Mixers behind them in sixth by about 7/10 of a second. So that allows Jonathan to keep that top 5 run. Currently watching the 5th and 4th place cars. We can momentarily see the top 3. There's Jonathan Foxworth and Brian Angel. Main Bandit versus the Yoda Outlaws driver. Just 5 more laps remain. We'll jump back up to the top 3 in a second. Try and sort of see that one out. Jonathan has not given up on that low line all night. He's up a little bit higher than he's normally ran it, but has always been the under sort of line of the true car battle. And McLean also down there, so that must mean it must be something as he makes a slide run past Jim Ravis, almost into Travis McDonald. It looked like Jim had a little bit more speed, so there was a little bit of nose to bum action there. Bit of contact, but Jim had to shake it free. Oh, there's been a crash. Not as a part of the top three, though, surprisingly, with the way that battle went. It looked like Tina Davis for the first time this evening. 79, that's a nice looking car, that. Bottom feeder speed co. Just got a bit loose in the slick, got up into the burn, spun out. Oh, avoids contact. Yeah, nicely done, crew. This one lined up. We'll get this one wrapped up in a little bit. It's 92, Wayne Bridges getting a wave around there. So Chris Sandridge in the pits, still 16 laps down. He's out of the race. So's Butts, Mike Butler. So just 14 cars remain. So it's going to be Travis McDonald, Jim Ravis, Ken McLean, Brian Angel, Jonathan Foxworth, the 5, 6 to 10, Mikey Mixter, Mike Davis, Jim Brown, Brett Van Wood, and Kelly McCallum. The 11 to 14 will be Chris Pryor, Bryce Freeze, Wayne Bridges, Tina Davis, Mike Butler, Chris Sandridge, Bud Molyneux, locking in the 15th, 16th, and 17th finishing positions as we get this one going. Will be a green white checker to run, lap 29 to get up to speed, lap 30 to finish it. We're going to stay right where we are. Top three in points are the top three in this race, but not in the same order. As the most jumbled order they could possibly be. No one's in their championship position. Even with Ken McLean making the low line pass there on Jim Ravis, bring him into second. Oh no, Jim will fall back to third, so he is third in points. As it looks like Ken makes the pass, but it doesn't matter. Travis McDonald does get the checkered flag. It's the KP Plumbing Services Sunday Night Showdown wraps up. It's all depending on the Heat 2, the B main for the points. That is going to make the championship very close and interesting. All right, let's see if we can't get our official feature results on the screen for the first time tonight. There we go. Venom Racing's Bud Molyneux 17th. Yoda Outlaws picked up the 16th and 15th spots with Mike Butler and Chris Standridge. Tina Davis in 14th with Wayne Bridges 13th. Modigi Mafia's Bryce Freeze and Chris Perotta and Kelly McKellen 12th, 11th and 10th. In 9th is Brent Vanderwood for Yoda Outlaws. Tim L. Brown 8th. Modigi Mafia's Mike Davis in 7th with Mikey Mixter for Bottom Feeder Speedco in 6th. The B-Main Bandit picked up the B-Main victory and a top 5 run in the A-Main. Jonathan Foxworth, Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel with a 4th place finish. DWR Dirt Warrior Racing's Jim Ravis in a 3rd. Triple Groove Racing's Kent McLean a 2nd. But Travis McDonald is our A-Main victor. Gets the job done here tonight. Picks up a minimum of 10 points. Kent McLean will pick up 9 points, so that is not going to help outside, as I say, the B-Main point spread, which we'll have to wait until they get updated to see. All right, let's have a look. Output channel, audios, interview channel is what I was trying to say, is open. we'll jump in the winner's booth and just quietly await the arrival. But there he is, as if on cue. Travis McDonald, congratulations, sir. Bit of a tough race. I think you finished third in the B main. And actually, we can sort of tell somewhat, because I was sort of saying 5-point difference coming into tonight between yourself and Kent McLean. You picked up, obviously, the win in the A main. That's 10 points. He picked up second. That's 9 points. So 4 points of difference. But there was, I think you started third. He started 12th, or finished 12th in the B main. So that point spread might be enough to give you the points lead in the KP Plumbing Services Sunday night showdown. But how tough was that race? B-Main Bandit really showed up tonight.
Yeah, it was a little rough. B-Main, I could probably finish a little better, but I didn't want to push issues. After I figured out what was going wrong there, well, the last lap, I about killed Jim. I did kill him. It was at the finish line, though. But after I found what line I needed to be in, it was quick, but I was scared to go up there any earlier because I was kind of afraid everybody else would, to be honest. So anyway, I didn't do it. Then in the feature, I kind of hung down low to mid-track, just cruising. I was faster than Foxworth a lot of the beginning of the race, but I think he was holding back trying to save tires too. Like, I mean, I was too. But after Foxworth kind of bobbled there, I went ahead and snuck around him on the outside the best I could.
Yeah, caution sort of timed just perfectly there. It was, I think they waited the challenge where I don't think we went back and watched it because the regrid was pretty quick. We got it restarted pretty much straight away. But yeah, you're getting that sort of like, oh, no, because prior to that, when the original battle was, I believe, who was it? It was Jim and Kent, maybe up the front first for a bit before in the B main, right at the towards the end, and they went to the rear, and the leaderboard scored as Kent, then Jonathan, and then I think yourself. And I was so well. No, sorry, Jonathan. I think Jim Revis maybe, then you. And it was so confusing. I was sort of like, wait, hang on, has he given him the spot back? And because I know that, as I say, the points, obviously, double points night, full points in both the B main and the A main. So the championship run's very important. But no, I can see there that, yeah, he did. He started the A main Kent in 12th. So that means he finished the B main in that 12th spot. So I think Jim also, he might be close on points on you as well. He might even move into second there. I think he was only 3 or 4 points off the rest of you guys.
The new points thing is 20, 17, and 16, and 15.
Oh, so it's not 10, 9, 8. Okay.
No. It's 20, 17, 16, 15, 14,
13,
12, 11, 10, and 9.
My bad. I was looking at it as if it was 10 for the B main, 10 for the...
Right.
Because usually the B main is the winner, is obviously the feature starter and has commonly gone on to win. Okay, no, well, that's completely wrong then, Bob. So in that case, I think if that's the case, then Kent might still... no, you should scrape past with the
if it counted as one race, one race, and Kent still be in the lead, yeah. Yeah,
2 points. My math is terrible. Quick math, but just not accurate. No. Too confident in what I say before I check the answer. But no, look, and then that, I think that just goes to highlight how good the championship battles have been, in that it is it's anyone's game, and there's usually two or three battles going on in all the different competitions. Most of them usually involve yourself and Kent, and then a third party. Brian Angel, Jim Revis, who else? I think there was Mike Davis is another one.
Yeah, Mike's been running up there pretty good.
Yeah. I think even in a couple of those challenges there, Wayne, he's making some mad moves up through the top 10, top 5 sort of run as well. And I think they're the ones to watch. We've seen this in the past as well. It's something we haven't spoken about yet, and we are 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th weekend. Consistency. You don't have to pick up a victory every week. You don't have to pick up a victory every fourth. You know, like we've seen guys get there without victories. So consistency
Right.
is a key as well. So that's something we haven't sort of watched out for, and a couple of those guys have been consistent. So no, it's. Have you had to work much on the on the sim in terms of the, like trying to pick up your game a little bit? Just the competition has leveled up a little bit in the field, like the gap between the best to the sort of, for lack of a better phrasing, worst or least best is
Right.
shortening. So what do you do? Like, is there things you do, or is it just take it race by race still and just sort of deal with who it is at the time?
It's been race by race, Bob. The shop's picked up, so I mean, I've not practiced at all. I got on about 10 minutes before the race night, went in and made 15 laps, then jumped straight into. I went just test over like 15 laps and jumped straight in the race. Any other night, normally, I just jump straight in the race. I hadn't been on since like last week, so I thought I'd jump on for a minute, and just put a few laps in. But it's been race by race. I practiced a couple of weeks ago once or twice before a race for 15, 20 minutes, but sometimes it helps, sometimes it gives me fatigue. I'd rather jump on and just run it and hope for the best than sit here for a long period of time, honestly.
Yeah, it's and because you can do all that work and go, okay, I get it, the track folded away this way, I could do this and this,
Right.
and then it's completely different the next time, so it's almost sort of like useless. It's almost like that extra practice. It's more, I guess, if you do need it or want seat time, then that's where that sort of thing comes in. But no, look, I agree with you. I feel like I peak too soon, or maybe it is that fatigue that, like, maybe I waste a little bit of energy. I feel like going out into practice and taking it as the track unfolds on the night is the best way to do it, because you just, that's what you'll be racing on all night. That's the surface. But likewise, you've got to take it race by race, because a lot of the times these races haven't been over. They could be 30, 50, 75 laps, but it'll come down to the final 5 laps, the final 3 laps. All that work you've done prior is nothing, because there's a restart, momentum build, and then a green flag run to the checkered flag, and it's important to sort of leave it all out there on the track, and I think that's a big challenge in that. You do have to take it race by race, because you just don't know. You don't know who's going to be. You could prepare. I mean, obviously you'll prepare for your Ken McLean battles. Going, okay, if I ever see a nose pop up in my left side of my peripheral vision, it's most likely going to be Ken, almost always. That sort of thing. You can sort of prepare yourself for it, but you just never know who's going to be up there in that top 5. A couple of the guys having a bit of an unlucky run that are normally up there in those battles, either unfortunately out early or down in that mid-pack of the field. You've had your own, we spoke about it the last couple of weeks, you've had your own challenges racing from rear of field to get back up through the pack. That mid-pack is still quite tough and quite challenging. You can be faster than them, but it's having the room, having the patience, having the extra speed to get by them. That is starting to prove more of a challenge as the competition goes on. But it makes for great racing. It makes for great broadcast. I love it. But it also makes for great drivers. So, you're only going to get better as you go. It's sort of, I guess, natural. It's like, not so much, what do? I race. That's what I do to get better. I just race these guys. That's sort of the easy answer to that question. It's just race, because you're only going to get as good as the competition, and this competition is awesome. So, congratulations. What do we got tomorrow night? We've got the double header, Monday Modifieds and Monday Night Mayhem. We'll start the night off with the Modifieds. That will be the big blocks at Charlotte. That's going to be a racy one. The big blocks are fun to watch. Charlotte, the track at Charlotte, a great track. And then the Mayhem round is going to be most certainly Mayhem. Non-wing 410s at Lanier. I'm going to ask you which one you're looking forward to the most, but I've got to guess it's the 358s at Charlotte.
Yeah, more definitely. Yeah, the 410s is going to be a handful.
Oh, they're a handful by themselves, but take the one thing that's designed to make them less of a handful, the wings, and throw them on a Lanier, which tight technical track. It's very fun watching the late models on them, but I think with the 410s, we're going to see some some wheel stands. It is going to be throttle control central. I can't wait for that one. We're definitely going to have to get in early on that broadcast. Actually, that's the second race, so we will have that practice session almost fully broadcast, because that's going to be an interesting one, watching everyone just sort of test the limits on the track and see how you guys go. But that's tomorrow night, Monday night US, Tuesday morning Australian, and then of course we wrap it up with the Auto Outlaws Late Model Series on Tuesday night US, Wednesday morning Australian. But before we let you go, Travis, and congratulations, friends, family, sponsors, who do you need to give a shout out to for all that we do?
Lovely family for supporting it, and friends that follow along, and shop for supporting me on the financial side of my computer and racing and all that. Of course, you, Bob, for broadcasting. Got to have you, man. You bring it to life sometimes and give us all some good laughs, and it all brings the fun out in everyone.
Appreciate it. So it's the easiest. It's not always been the easiest job in the world, but you guys definitely make it the easiest job in the world. So appreciate everything you guys do to make the broadcasts. Like as I say, I just sit here and watch and call some great racing. If anything comes from that, you guys are the reason for it. I'm just the outlet for it. So I appreciate you guys as well.
Or Bob, I called you Wayne, didn't I? Wayne must be on my mind.
I've been called worse. You didn't call me Chris, so that's like, nah. All right, my man. Look, bragging rights for the racing week Sunday night. Nice way to start off the racing week as well with a victory. Takes the pressure off for the next 3 races, but I'm sure you're out there and give everyone a hell, and we'll have you back in the booth very soon as to when that part, up to you. But there's a few regulars we do have in here with their own names on their seats, and you're one of them. So we know we'll talk to you soon, but till then, congratulations, and
right.
We'll catch you tomorrow night.
Hey, thank you, Bob.
Thank you, brother. Bye. All right, that was Travis McDonald, our victor here tonight. I really need to learn the point schedules and things for all the different races here. I'm going to call them and make suggestions on how they work. So I'll do my homework overnight and make sure we don't just get through, boys. We're going to wrap that one up. We'll go through the usual thanks. We'll do the chats first. Chris Potter, thank you, Bob. No, thank you, dude. George, obviously, thank you. AZ and Stephen on the Twitch side. Chad, Team Yoda, Chris Standridge, Brian Angel. For the Facebook side, the liking and the shares, Brian Angel, Kelly McCallum, Chris Standridge, Bryce Freeze, Kenneth McCain, Thomas Dennis, Chad Putterball, Dawson Potter, and Tim Brown. All right, if you are watching on the Twitch side, we're just going to find one of my friends to raid out to. If you're not watching via the Twitch side, now's your chance. Jump on over to twitch.tv/BobbethTV to finish up the broadcast, and we'll raid out to... we've got Signature Esports. iRacing is still going. The Nashville Cup. We've got the NASCAR iRacing series. We've got Nis at Coda for Decon. I haven't done Decon in a while. Let's go say good day to him. He's actually racing and then broadcasting his race, as we can hear there. Cool. All right. Well, we'll get that raid ready. And we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys and girls. I'll be back tomorrow morning around 11:30. Bye. Okay, there we go. Decon doesn't allow raids, so give me a second, guys. We'll grab someone else. Who else? Signature Esports. We've been to him before. Nashville street stocks, it looks like. There we go.